It was the 19 of Dylan Cabral, who was our winner. So the field sets up shop. We get ready, 25 laps with the X cars, and we're underway and trying to make the fast getaway is Big Mac Chuck McDonald. To the inside is Josh Piper. Then we have the 17 of Taylor Walsh making up the top three. They scatter for position behind the top three, but it's McDonald who will lead them back to the stripe and complete lap number one. Taylor Walsh is in the 17. Talon. As she tries to make her way underneath the 45 of Josh Piper. Talon on the move. We have a side-by-side duel for the fifth spot. Here comes last week's winner, Dylan Cabral. Sits in the fourth spot for now, but swings to the outside of Walsh. And we'll try to grab that spot. Pulling away at the front, it is Big Mac Chuck McDonald. Now, as I said, last week, that car, I believe, had a top four spot. When we first picked it up in the middle of turns 1 and 2, the flames starting to lick at the bottom of the 0-1, and by the time he got to the end, or about where the 99.7 sign is, that car was engulfed, the front of it was engulfed in flames, and they worked all week to try to get it back. He wanted to thank Requesta Chef, Horgan Law, Matt Westover, Cooper Joyce, Keith McDonald, Amanda Gallo, and Dylan Cabral for all the help that they did in getting the 0-1 back into shape and back ready to race this Wednesday night. And while he's moved out in front, Cabral is surrounded by the enemy as Chris Palomar and Talon Walsh dive bomb by. Palomar picks up the second spot. Actually, that's for third. I'm way off. Cabral gallops across the line now. And that difference between first and second is over 2 seconds the last time by. But we're still in the early stages of this race. And it's almost made its way out to 3 seconds. That Big Mac Chuck McDonald has the lead. Dylan Cabral running in the second spot. In third is Chris Palomar. Talon Walsh runs fourth, Dave Gargaro fifth, Ryan Magliano sixth, Josh Piper seventh, James Trask eighth, Greg Sakowitz ninth, and Jamie Ventura make up our top 10. Closing in on the back part of the field is Chuck McDonald. He will pass Keith very soon, as we are almost, as Keith gets the passing flag, we'll let his teammate saunter by, and Chuck McDonald. Pulling off the backstretch is one of our competitors. It could be the 00 of Ryan Bannister. And we have a yellow out on the track, was running 6th with the X-Car feature event. Green is back out. McDonald jumps on the gas first. Cabral on the outside, trying to fight back. Has to worry about Palomar. Behind them, it's Gargaro and Walsh dueling for position. And we'll see if Big Mac is able to pull away in the 0-1. In his hip pocket on the outside, his last week's winner, Dylan Cabral. Cabral gets a run going down into turn number 3. The story has been halfway written as we hit the halfway point. Chuck McDonald, who had a huge lead earlier, is in the fight for his life to try to hang on to the top spot as they rumble through turns 1 and 2. Palomar sitting in the third spot. waiting to see what happens in front of him. Gargaro, who had a podium run, and 27 also right there. The top 4 cars look to be a player in the final stages of this race. They have checked out from Josh Piper and Walsh in the 17, then Trask and Burdick. Ventura is 9th, and Sakowicz make up the top 10. The difference was less than 5/100ths of a second at the line the last time by. Dylan Cabral trying to tucker out McDonald. Cabral on the outside, McDonald on the inside, and this time by, we have a new leader. It's Dylan Cabral. Can McDonald fight back in the final 8.5 laps? He has the leverage on the inside. The run belongs to Cabral on the outside. Also there is Palomar in the 42, and closing in quickly is Gargaro in the 27. And we have a big yellow as we have a mess right here on the front straightaway. It will be a reversal of fortune when we go back to racing. 8 laps left in our X-Car feature. Field off turn number 4. Cabral powers out to the lead. Trying to go with him is the 42 of Palomar. And Palomar scoots into the second spot. Chuck McDonald running in third. Has to worry about the quick-moving Gargaro. We'll try to strip him of a podium run. Josh Piper in 5th is one of the best runs of the season for the 45 CT. They get down the backstretch and into turn number 3. And looking to make it 2 in a row is the 19 of Dylan Cabral. He has 6 laps left. Palomar hangs on to that second spot. McDonald runs third, but lurking just behind him is the 27 of Gargaro. A fistful of fingers greets the field as they come off turn number 4. And it is 5 to go for Dylan Cabral. And he has opened up the biggest lead of the night other than McDonald's early in this race. It is by about 3 car lengths over Palomar. They race back to the line. And we'll see what the difference is this time by. Almost 7/10ths of a second separates first and second place. McDonald running in the 3rd spot. 4th is Gargaro. And then C.P. Burdick, who was in the back of the pack for the bulk of this race, has a 5th place run going on in the 1. And we have some trouble. The deal. 3 laps remain in our X-Car feature. Winding them up as they go into turns 3 and 4. Greg Merriman ready to turn the ponies loose. We're underway. The race down into turn number 1 is won by Cabral. And sneaking his way into the second spot was Chuck McDonald. Drop kicks Palomar to 3rd. The battle is on for 4th. C.P. Burdick trying to take it over from Dave Gargaro. 2 to go. At the front, it's Dylan Cabral. Wheels his way off 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Chuck McDonald, 2 car lengths back. So if McDonald's going to pull anything out of his hat, he's going to have to do it very quickly in his feature event. Cabral, McDonald, and Palomar. That's the way they cross their line. Down the backstretch for the final time. And into turns 3 and 4. Twin checkered flags wave in the air. They come off turn number 4. And your winner for the 2nd week in a row will be the 19 of Dylan Cabral. Then we have Chuck McDonald in the 0-1. Chris Palomar makes up our top 3.
Yeah, I mean, he made me work for it all the way from the beginning to the end. As soon as I seen him starting outside pole, I knew he was going to run away with it, and I knew we were going to be chasing him down. Luckily, that caution came out. If not, it would have been a chase to the end, and I mean, he made me work for it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. How big was that caution? Because Chuck had a pretty fair lead when that came out.
I mean, I was just focusing on myself and just trying to catch him. I didn't even know what was going on behind me, nothing. I was focused on that car.
Well, who are the people who hop out of the number 19 and got you here to victory lane for the the second week in a row.
My parents, Rough Offenders Podcast for all their support, and everybody else that comes out and supports me.